Next, you will learn how we track passenger miles for recording on the Ridership and Mileage Report. Passenger one-way mileage. Pierce Transit must report monthly passenger miles to the Federal Transit Administration. Use the passenger one-way mileage capture form to complete a one-time only calculation of how many miles each person rides the van one way. Do this for all new participants when they join the van. Recalculate the one-way miles for any group or individual route changes. On the form, record participants' names, boarding location for each participant, odometer reading at the boarding location, deboarding location for each participant, odometer reading at the deboarding location. The form auto-calculates the one-way miles for each participant. You will include the one-way miles for each participant on your monthly ridership and mileage report. Let's look at that report now. Ridership and Mileage Report Introduction. The Ridership and Mileage Report is used to track rides for monthly and daily riders on your van and document mileage accrued by your group. Keep a copy of this report in the van to record mileage and daily ridership. Let's look at how you will complete this report.
Ridership and Mileage Report. In the top left section of the report, record your group's assigned van number, your group ID number or GIN, the month and year for which you are recording mileage and ridership, the name of the person preparing the report. Ridership and Mileage Report. Mileage. In the top middle section of this report, record your primary van information, including your van number, the date, and the starting mileage on the first day of the month before your commute. The starting mileage must match the prior month's ending mileage. Also, when recording the starting mileage, remember to use the van's odometer and round down to the next whole number. Also record the date and ending mileage once you are done driving for the month and the vehicle is parked. In the top middle section of the report, you will also record spare van information, including the van number for any spare vans used by your group, the date and starting mileage of the spare vans when picked up at Pierce Transit, and the date and ending mileage of the spare vans when returned to Pierce Transit. The Excel report calculates total mileage used for each van and the grand total of mileage used by your group for the month. Ridership and Mileage Report. Monthly Riders. In the Monthly Riders section of the report, record A. Primary driver's name to the right of PD. B. Monthly rider names. Indicate at the left if each person is a backup driver. C. One-way miles for each rider as calculated on the one-way passenger mileage capture form. As you will recall, monthly fares are paid in advance, so your June ridership report will include the same names as your June fare report. Now let's look at tracking ridership. Ridership and Mileage Report. Ridership. In the main section of this report, record ridership for all participants each day the van travels. Record an X for each round trip taken. Record a slash if a participant only rode one way. In Excel, you will need to precede the slash with an apostrophe. Leave the field blank if a participant did not ride on a particular day. Please use only X or slash to record ridership. No zeros or other notes such as V for vacation, etc. Ask one of the drivers to record this information when you are absent. Columns are numbered 1 through 31 for each day of the month. You can select Saturday or Sunday from a drop-down menu to note weekend days on your report.
Ridership and Mileage Report. Daily Riders. In the Daily Riders section, record each daily rider's name. Indicate at the left if he is a backup driver. One-way miles for each rider, as calculated on the one-way passenger mileage capture form. An X for each round trip taken, a backslash if a participant only rode one way. Special note: a participant who occasionally rides your van but pays a monthly fare on a different Pierce Transit van should be listed in the Daily Riders section of your ridership report. Record her rides and note the van number on which she is a regular participant. Since she paid on the other Vanpool, you do not need to collect a daily fare. A participant who paid a monthly fare on another Pierce Transit van and transfers to your van mid-month is also recorded as a daily rider. Again, since she already paid a monthly fare, do not collect any payments for the rides. Ridership and Mileage Report, Mileage Calculation. In the top right section of this form, record your group's daily round-trip commute miles. To determine your daily round-trip commute miles, use your van's odometer to track one full round trip from your overnight parking location to work and back. Do not record tenths. For example, record 56.9 round-trip miles as 56. The tenths are accounted for in bonus miles. Note, daily round-trip commute miles may differ slightly from the fare miles. For example, a group traveling 56 daily round-trip miles falls under the 60-mile fare category on the 5-day fare chart. Next, record the number of commute days your group traveled to work. Count the days containing X's on your ridership report. This should equal the number of commute days for the month. Verify the number of commute days by checking the total days operated field at the bottom of the report. A formula calculates the total commute miles. Next, record bonus miles, not to exceed 40 per month, extra allowable miles with pre-approval and reason for use. Personal use miles, submit the personal use form. Extra commute miles, if your group commuted in the van an additional day. Additional commute miles are recorded in one of two ways. 1. If the van traveled on all regular commute days plus an additional day during the month, track the additional commute miles separately and pay for them at the current mileage rate. Record the additional miles traveled on the personal miles line of your ridership report. Do not count the day in the number of commute days field. Submit a completed personal use mileage form with the monthly reports. 2. If the van did not travel on a regular commute day, you may trade the extra commute day for the day the van wasn't used. You will count the traded day in the number of commute days field. A formula calculates your group's total miles, the sum of total commute, bonus, extra allowable, and personal use miles. This figure must match the total mileage from odometer readings to the left. Note, if the total miles cell is yellow with red font, your totals do not balance. Now let's consider some possible reasons your mileage totals might not balance.